Good evening, ladies and gents. This is Theo Thunderbird Thompson coming to you live from New York City, New York with WYRD Wizard Radio. This next segment of Wizard Cops is brought to you commercial-free by Custer's Confectionery on 43rd and a Half. When it comes to sweets, Custer's can't be beat. And now we join our heroes of the New York Horrors Department in this week's thrilling episode of Wizard Cops.
Okay, so you make your way to the Malkavian Theater. Yeah, it's got big glass doors, which say the Malkavian on, like, script on it. You've been to a Broadway theater, you know what it looks like.
Yes.
And this is no different, except everything's magic instead of tech. There's a ticket booth, you know, into the wall. What are you doing, Matt?
Oh, Matt
Matt needs to pee.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Please.
Listeners, Matt needs to go urinate, so he's gonna go do that.
Bio. just say bio and leave.
Bio.
Like it's an MMO.
Bio, peace out.
So yeah, you make your way to the Malkavian.
Okay.
There is a doorman of sorts wearing a little cap. He looks like he is a bellhop at a hotel in like baby blue.
Okay.
It's not forget-me-not blue.
Yes, and I mean, you can see the inside. And it's all done in like this blood red color, with like big mirrors on the wall.
I've got Vampire Blues by Neil Young. Is that okay?
Nice, do it.
Okay.
Nice. This is good.
Nice.
But the doorman says, you know, he asks you who you are.
I'm Charlie Dempsey from the New York City Horrors Department.
Can I see your badge?
Show him my badge. Give him the letter. We were instructed to give you this to speak with the owner.
He opens it. Alright. He's up in the Blue Blood Lounge.
Blue Blood Lounge.
Yep, just go up the stairs.
That's super cool.
Thank you very much.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I like
I love that.
Alright, we head up the stairs.
Okay, so you head up the stairs, and the Blue Blood Lounge is done, of course, in like this dark, all these beautiful navy blues, and the carpets. You know, it's got a huge marble bar, and you know, just the rows and rows of alcohol and drinks, probably overpriced when the actual show starts, and a big old chandelier, and the walls are covered in paintings of actors and actresses doing different plays.
Or recognize any of them?
They're wizard plays.
Okay.
And
more to come later.
more to come later. The only person in there, it's kind of dimly lit, and the only person in the room is a man, a tall, thin man, sitting at a circular table with a white tablecloth in, you know, sort of off-center of the room. And he's got this big glass full of this red liquid, and he's just swirling it around. He has his head in his hands.
Is it?
And he's sipping and sipping, and this gentleman is quite tall and lean. He has black hair, which is done in this very formal, you know, parted style, and very pale skin with like dark circles around his eyes. And he's wearing a suit that would have been fashionable in the late 1800s. He's got like a long tie and
Is he a vampire?
long coat. Is he a vampire?
Is he a vampire?
He might be a vampire.
Oh, it's so awesome. Okay.
Vampire away from the middle of the day.
He's inside.
He's inside. He's fine. But so yes, he's sitting there. And he's just swirling this glass of red liquid around.
As we enter the room, I knock on the door, on the side of the door. Excuse me, sir. Might you be the owner of this establishment?
He drains the glass, and he stands and says, "Yes. And who, might I ask, are all of you?"
I am Eric Maurice Saint-Saens from the New York Horrors Department.
Oh, the orders are here. Yes, please come in. Sit down at this table, please. Please do. And he bows until his head, like, almost touches the floor. And it's a very dramatic gesture. And he, like, spreads his coat out like a cape as he does so. Yes, please, enter.
I don't think he's a vampire at all.
No.
Nope.
Oh, can I get you anything to drink?
Water.
Oh, of course. And he walks over to the bar and says, anything for you, sir?
A water would be much appreciated. Thank you.
Oh, of course. He gets you all some water. And for you?
I'll take your hottest magic stout.
Magic stout.
Magic stout. It's not just normal stout.
It's magic stout.
Magic stout.
Wizard stout.
I am drinking Magic Hat tonight.
Yeah, Magic IPL.
Yeah, the IPL. Yeah, Dream Machine. So it's yeah. Does Magic Hat make a stout? Because that would be a magic.
It'd be a magic stout, for sure.
I can get behind a magic stout.
He says, of course, and he also, from like this little secret space in the bar, he opens it up and pulls out this big filter full of red liquid. It looks like a, it's this big fancy crystal glass, and he pours some.
Decanter.
Oh, decanter.
Yeah, decanter is what I'm trying to say. Yes, thank you. He pours himself some of this stuff, and the other glasses just like he walks and they just float behind him and set themselves in front of each of you.
Cool.
And he says, I'm so glad the orders are here.
What can we do for you?
Well, you see, it is so difficult today to be an artiste. People just don't know how to support their local arts and theatre. Yes, of course! He cuts you off as soon as you start talking. Yes, I know, it is quite a tragic life. Oh, that I lead. So few people willing to support the arts financially and intellectually. And he, like, swirls his wine glass around. And he takes another sip. But to receive death threats and threats upon my viewing public, oh, it is most distressing.
Death threats.
Death threats? What are you referring to?
He puts the back of his hand to his forehead and says, oh yes. We have been producing a rather controversial new play. Have you been reading the papers?
Yes. That's right. This is the theater doing the play about the British Wizarding Wars.
That's correct. Our new production of Riddle
Yes.
is opening tomorrow night.
Riddle.
That's right, yes.
Have you not read the paper?
I have not. I have not read the paper.
Yes, they're doing a play about the life and times of Tom Riddle.
Really?
Otherwise known as He Who Must Not Be Named.
That was Lord Valdemont?
You know who he is.
Vidi?
No, Eric knows who he is.
Okay.
Everybody knows who he is.
Yeah.
He's a
I'm
big
sure even
deal.
Dean knows who he is.
I know. Even Dean. And Dean doesn't even read.
Nope.
Whoa.
You said that.
I was out there on the streets doing practical shit while you were out in the library stuck there reading all night.
Peeing on a
Bite
building.
me.
Being on a building.
Being on a building does not count as practical shit.
I gotta let the other wizards know where my territory lies, alright?
Okay.
What's your problem?
Yes.
Anyway.
So it's a play about Voldemort.
You know who he is.
Okay, cool. Yes.
And he says, yes, we're producing this play of the life and times of He Who Must Not Be Named by Mr. Stephen Schwartz.
Oh, fuck you.
I've been mulling that one over for a while. I'm gonna go with a boo.
Boo. Stephen Schwartz. Oh my
Yes, it's a new play. We are producing it just this year.
So why have you received death threats about this play?
Well, if you've read the paper, some people believe that we are producing this play because out of some anti-Muggle-born sentiments that we hold, where nothing can be further from the truth. We are receiving mass protesters, though they do not concern me. No. I received a letter recently.
Let me see it.
Do you have a copy of this letter?
I do, and he hands you a copy of the letter. He says, here it is. I've been mulling it over for some time. Yes, you received a letter.
Mm-hmm.
The letter says to Mr. Armand Rafa, the owner and operator of the Malkavian Theater. And as you read it, you notice that several words are misspelled.
Good.
But it's written in a very clunky kind of typewriter. And basically the people in the letter have
All
a
the
great...
words look fine to me.
They... The letter states that basically the people who wrote the letter have this great admiration and reverence for the Dark Lord, the late Dark Lord. And they think this play is maligning him and like making some little of his policies and practices. Making little of Riddle his tough what they say that the tough answers to his tough answers to the problems that plague wizarding society today. And they also say that if you don't cease this production immediately, that they will be forced to take drastic action.
Disaster beyond their imagination will occur.
Huh? A disaster beyond your imagining will occur. It is signed the American Coalition for Magical Purity, and there is a small symbol scrawled next to that signature of a skull with a snake coming out of it.
Do we recognize this?
Make an academics check.
Where are my dice? I'd love to. Yeah, making checks.
Yeah, and then intelligence
Yes.
on top of it.
That's correct.
That's a lot of dice. 1,
I gotta roll 1.
2,
9.
Oh, you all know.
3,
Yeah, I know.
4.
You all know this. This is just a very thin veneer for the American branch of the Death Eaters. After the fall of
The Neo Eaters?
the Neo Eaters, yes, precisely.
Wow. Neo-Eaters.
After the fall of Lord Voldemort, there are still Death Eaters around in Britain and in America, but they sort of masquerade as being a less than evil institution. You know,
Right. Okay.
Do we know like their general manifesto?
The manifesto
Yeah.
is to purify wizarding culture and to separate the undesirables from those of pure magical background. They don't say pure blood anymore, but that's what they mean.
Yeah.
That's still what they mean.
Death Eaters. I hate these guys.
Armand Rafa says, yes, and to think we're trying to put a sympathetic cast upon the Dark Lord's ascension, and they still don't agree with our portrayal. You see, in this play, we bring to light several things that recent historians have found about how the Dark Lord became such an evil figure because of the evils of society. Did you know he was raised in a terrible orphanage where he was mocked mercilessly by the other children for his lack of a nose?
Did I give a shit?
There's lack of a nose.
Meanwhile, a woman appears, a mousy-haired woman wearing round glasses. She walks into the room and she says, Mr. Rafa? Yeah, the leather pants for Draco Malfoy and Lord Voldemort are ready. And he says,
no.
yes, put them in the dressing room, please. And she walks out.
10 points to Gryffindor.
Thank you.
That's great. How was this letter delivered to you?
It was delivered by owl.
By owl.
Indeed. A large grey owl made its way to the theatre and scratched upon the door until I let it in and took its letter. I've spoken to the owl post office and they said that it was sent anonymously.
Wow.
Yes. The boo box.
Is there a divination spell available to us
Mm-hmm.
that would allow us to try to trace the letter back to where it came from? Or can maybe lead us to the owl that delivered it?
None that you know of. What is your illusion score?
A 1.
Does anybody have an illusion? Like, what is everyone's illusion?
I got 2.
2.
Yeah. No, none of you know.
Yeah,
You
okay.
do not know of such a spell.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I would think that
You'd have to
our
do the
next-
work manually.
I would
You
think our
trace
next
it.
stop might be the post office. See if we can get a little bit more.
Can you
Out
give me a
of that.
description of the owl? What kind of owl was it? Did it have any distinguishing features?
It was a medium-sized grey owl.
It was a garden variety owl.
It was very garden variety. Yeah.
It had a. It was a normal gray owl, except it had no beak and a dark mark on its face.
Oh.
No, but besides that, it was just
It's
normal.
normal.
Yeah.
No, it was definitely sent by the post.
One of their owls.
Is there? Have there been any other occurrences besides this letter that we might know about?
Oh no, not at all.
Well, I stand up again. You will be hearing from us shortly.
What time is it now?
It is now about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. He says opening night is tomorrow. If you could be here to just make sure that nothing gets out of hand and protect the theatre and the actors and our patrons, I would be most grateful. The last thing I'd want was for anyone to come to harm.
Do we look like your babysitters?
Excuse me?
It's our
We
job.
excuse our friend. He
Shouldn't be drinking and working.
Have you refilled your drink by now?
Pansies.
I feel like you probably already finished your stout and had.
I'm on my third one.
Okay,
You didn't see
yeah.
it? Yeah, come on. Get on my level.
Then
They have Irish whiskey.
Irish whiskey?
Irish fire whiskey, yes.
Okay, well, retcon, I would have been having that. Hello.
Well
It's,
then,
Ask.
It's called a Tirnanog Irish whiskey.
Nice.
It's very popular.
Well played.
Awesome.
Thank you. You know that?
Yeah.
It's a reference? Awesome, man.
Dude.
so
Hell yeah.
so then we good to we're supposed to be back tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night is opening night. He would like you there to just serve as security
Okay.
for the theater, just in case.
All right, then we will be back tomorrow night to help you and make sure that everything is safe for you and your patrons. In the meantime, I'd like to check out the post office.
It may not be a bad idea while we're here to post some protective charms and enchantments in the theater area to help protect patrons and actors and crew on their final dress rehearsal.
That's an excellent idea, and you being Aura's probably specialize in that sort of thing.
I've dabbled.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Yes. I had to check my sheet. And yeah, I can do some protection.
Well, none of you are actually any good at protection either.
Not that great.
I've got a 2 in
Not bad.
protection.
I've got a 3.
You have 3 in protection?
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
I live my life on the streets, son.
That's true, so you could probably
I'm a
raise
survivor.
some very good protective charms around the theater.
You ain't gonna give up.
I already did it.
No,
Okay.
you didn't, or you would have rolled for it.
Okay, so then let's roll for it. Let's all roll to do some protection spells. And what should we add to that for protection?
No. For magic, it's just your potency score plus whatever your skill is in that magic art.
So our potency is with the wand.
Yes, with the wand you're using.
So we have a potency and the score there.
Yes.
So I potency 3.
Also, I believe, do you get a +2 to protection and enchantment? Is that what it is?
I do get a +2 to
I have one
protection
success.
enchantment.
1 success. Very well. What would you like to try to enchant? The backstage entrance. There is the dressing rooms. There's the stage itself. The audience is humongous. It's got it seats about 1,000 people. But there are several doors leading to the balcony and the
Yeah, I'm sorry,
orchestra
who
section.
specifically were we trying to protect? Just everyone? Or?
Yeah, you're trying to
General
protect
protections.
the theater. You're casting protection charms.
Okay, the back door.
The back door.
Yeah.
Okay, good. The backstage entrance for the actors and all that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have rolled 4 successes, one of them being a 10, so I'll reroll 1. So I only got 4 successes.
Very well.
I would like to protect the audience space.
Nice. Very nice.
It's 8, 9, and 10, right? Successes?
Yes.
8, 9, and 10, yeah.
Alright, so I got 1 success.
And would you like to cast a protection charm somewhere?
I would like to cast Protection Charm on the curtain
The curtain.
that it can be used as a barrier if something were to happen from the audience.
Very nice. Good
Very
choices,
cool.
everyone. Very, very cool. So what are you going to do next?
Probably check the post.
Check the post?
See if they have any record of owls sent to the Malkavian.
Okay, very well.
How many drinks has Dean had now?
I'm about to order another. Let's...
So
Get a sippy cup.
yeah, I was like, I go over and get some more water from the bar, and then I just hand it to Dean.
I'll go ahead and cast, just for funsies, make my glass into something that can walk and fill itself and come back.
Would you make a transformation check,
I will
please?
make a transformation check.
You make a literal to-go cup?
Basically. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 2 for transformation.
That's right.
1, 2. Oh, that's it? 2 successes.
Okay, yeah, the cup gets legs.
Yeah.
That cup has legs.
That cup has legs.
Yeah, it grows like spindly glass legs.
Yeah.
But it can walk just fine. It's kind of like teetering around, like it's almost spilling, but it does manage to stay on its feet.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And when it almost falls over, it grows another foot and like rights itself, and then sucks the foot back in. You're just having water? Is that what it is?
Yeah, just water.
Okay, that's fine.
Alright, well, I straighten my jacket and say, well, why don't we head over to the post office?
We'll be back tomorrow to do a final preliminary check before the performance.
Thank you. You've put my mind greatly at ease, gentlemen. You are supporting the arts everywhere.
Yes.
Do we have any way of giving him the ability to contact us if something were to happen at the theater while we're away, or?
Can you think of something?
That's
That's up to you.
Let's
Put a charm on it, or something that will alert you.
Yeah, aren't there some kind of alert charms? Well, but that'd be for specific, like in HP there are some like motion sensor charms, but that would.
Alright, cool.
You guys have done
I'll
no
use-
protection
I'll
spells,
use-
though.
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and take some spare paper, maybe one of the bar napkins,
Okay.
and I'm gonna, if I can get this box back open. Can't get to my dice, which I can't cast spells. I will go ahead and cast it, a transformation spell on it, to make it form into an origami crane, that if something were to happen, he can let it go, and it'll find me.
It's very elegant.
Okay, go for it. I'll let you do that.
If it happens, it's very elegant.
3, 6.
So you're very good at transformation then?
I am very good at transformation.
No, I don't know.
Not a single success.
Nope.
No, you have one. You have 8.
No, he's got
I know.
3.
I've got a 3. I've got
Oh,
2
I'm sorry.
threes,
It looked like
a
an 8.
7, and 2 6s.
No successes.
No successes.
So you basically try to conjure up this thing, and it just sort of like falls to the ground. And he says, "Oh dear."
It's been a rough morning.
This is who we're recruiting?
Can I I don't know, I'm trying to think of like a way to enchant a like a glass or something like that he can like speak into the glass. It'll talk to us or something.
If you make,
I think I'd like to do that. I'd like to enchant 2 glasses, and you can speak into one glass, and hear it from the other glass.
So you're gonna carry around the glass?
I've got in my jacket, in Eric's jacket, he's got like Hermione's bag of holding,
That's
He's
funny.
got a-
I've
but
got
as a pocket.
one of those as a satchel.
You have a satchel holding. You've got like a jacket pocket.
I've got an inside jacket pocket, which I
where
also
his snake lives.
Yeah, my snake, which is yes, that's where I keep my snake
in your pocket.
in my pocket.
In his jacket.
Let's
my
see,
jacket.
keeps.
Yes,
Oh,
it's 5 feet long.
Its name is Miss Charlotte.
Yes, my.
Yeah, but what
it's
about
a,
your
rose?
reptilian pet?
Yeah, but what about that pet that you have?
Okay.
No, but I do have a 5-foot snake named
We
Miss
played for how
Charlotte.
long? That was the first dick joke. I'm proud of us.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'd like to enchant 2 glasses so that you can speak into one and hear it from the other. Is that doable? Can I do that? Yes. All right.
You can try.
All right.
That's certainly possible.
So 1, 2,
I thought I could make a simple
3,
orc on bird.
2. So I get 3 for my charms spellcasting ability, 2 for my potency, and 2 because my wand gives me a +2 to enchantment and protection. So I'm gonna roll everything. No successes.
And
There's gotta be something in this building.
Yeah, it's an anti-magic building. He's a vampire, aren't they? Kind of anti-magic.
not really.
Oh, but never mind. I don't. I don't have any excuse.
Oh, well, it does remind me, and it reminds him as well. He says, well, there aren't any anti-magical enchantments in this building, except that you cannot apparate or disapparate from or into the theatre.
Oh.
It's how we prevent people from just showing up without buying a ticket.
Smart.
I should mention that, I suppose. It is important if you're going to be protecting us.
Okay. Well, that didn't work.
Nice try.
Well, and there we go. So we're heading to the post office now?
Mm-hmm. That's right. You make it to the post office.
Hooray!
We're adept at walking.
Do we roll for walking and not
You do
falling
not have to
down?
roll for walking.
Okay.
The post office has, the same kind of deal with like a desk and everything. The walls, though, are lined with these little cubicles in which many, many, many owls sit, and the entire place smells just god-awful. The
Good.
post office smells terrible.
Good.
So
like a normal post office.
like a regular post office, yeah. And like letters or enchanted letters just zipping by, like this and that. If you don't dodge out of the way fast enough, they'll hit you and they'll get in your hair. They'll give you a paper cut.
I hate it when it gets in your hair.
Yeah. Dean, you know about this. The post office is a mess.
Oh yeah, old news.
Yeah.
Okay. I walk up to the front desk and may we speak to a manager or a
Can I cast a protection spell to avoid, basically purify the air before it comes to me to make it not smell?
Like a bubblehead charm?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
charm?
So it's going to be protection plus potency. 1 success.
Sure, you cast a bubbleheaded charm, and you cannot smell all the terrible
Thank God.
owl poop.
Can I cast a similar
Yeah, go ahead.
spell? Well, I'd like to cast a spell so that my clothes don't smell. My clothes don't.
Oh, it's even better. Go ahead.
I'd like to do that.
Try that.
That's protection, you said?
Yeah. There's a single witch working at the front desk.
2 successes. 3 successes.
Her wand is like a blur of just motion as she moves different papers around from place to place, and she looks very stressed out. She's rather plump, with like flyaway brown hair, and she's wearing wide pink glasses. Middle age.
Okay.
2 successes?
3.
You succeed. Oh, 3. Yes, you succeed. Your clothes are not gonna smell like owl poop when you leave this building.
I don't notice the difference.
Just walk in.
The pretentious
Something
illiterate.
To me, it
reeks.
smells like home.
I walk up to her. Excuse me, we are from the New York Auras Department, and we would like to ask you a few questions.
It's only 3 bits for a letter, and she just keeps like moving her wand back and forth.
No, I'm sorry. We're from the New York City Auras Department, and we'd like to ask you a few questions.
She looks up at you, and she tries to like focus her eyes, and she says, "Huh?
Badge.
Oh, I'm sorry. Excuse me." And she just keeps going. She's like, "Wait, could you just give me a minute, please?" She keeps going. Yes, how can I help you? I only have a few minutes, though. So many letters.
We were told by the owner of the Malkavian,
The Malkavian.
the Malkavian, that he received a letter that was written apparently anonymously with some threats, and we would like to know where that letter came from.
She looks at you just straight in the face and says, "You want me to check the records?"
Yes, if that
If
wouldn't be
you
too
don't
much
mind.
trouble.
Not at all. Do you know when this letter was sent?
Do we know when
I
this letter
checked
was
the
sent?
date of the letter,
letter,
or
yeah.
the envelope.
You could just hand it to her.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she says,
I have the letter.
She says, 3 days ago. All right, I'll go check that for you. She smiles, this big smile, and she kind of like shuffles back. She doesn't even move her she doesn't get off her chair. She just like pushes back against the wall and like slides backwards and then shuffles, so like kind of maneuvers her way over to this huge filing cabinet and starts like opening it up, and she looks and she looks and she looks and she says, "And there was no return address?"
No, just what's on the paper.
She looks and she looks and she says, we did have an anonymous letter sent the other day.
Is there any way that we might know where it came from if it was anonymous?
Do you understand the meaning of the word anonymous? She says, and she folds her fingers together.
Well, were you there when this anonymous person filed this letter?
Oh, she kind of exasperated gasp. I send out a lot of letters. There's still like letters zooming around all over the place. It sounds like there's a fan on, like in the room, because there are so many like pieces of paper zipping around. She says, wait a moment, the Malkavian? I might remember who sent this letter. Let me see.
Could you describe the person? I take out a journal, out of my, or I take my wand and I point it at my inside coat pocket and a journal comes out. Accurate, yeah. And it opens and it starts recording whatever she says, without my.
Do you have a quick quotes quill?
No, it's something that Eric created as a kid.
Okay.
It's similar. It's very similar though.
It's very similar. She says, yeah, man in a black coat, sort of broad-shouldered. Oh, he had I do remember him. I do remember him because he had a huge scar on his jaw. Really nasty piece of work.
Would I know who that is? Like, can I roll to see if I know who that is?
You can roll an intelligence check to see who that is.
Intelligence?
Yeah.
Because you got the street smarts.
You can add academics, but you don't have it.
I can't add like my street.
You can add streetwise, yes.
Yeah, streetwise for sure.
Yeah.
I thought I had that. Where do I have that?
Yeah, you got streetwise, don't you? It's down at the bottom.
Oh man, I got a shit ton. Oh hell yeah.
Successes.
No successes.
You have no idea who that is.
What the fuck?
It's like you said earlier.
Yeah.
The more die you roll, the less likely you're gonna actually have success.
That's true.
Yeah.
I said that off the record, didn't I?
Yeah, that was on the record.
She says, yeah, he had a girl with him too. I couldn't see her face though.
Can I streetwise the girl? I don't know.
No description on the girl.
Did they say anything about where they were going or where they had come from?
Can you describe the girl?
She shrugs. Well, the girl was wearing a cloak and a hood. I couldn't really see her face. I think she was Caucasian though.
Well, that really narrows it down.
This is the post office. Is there a board of like the most wanted people, like the most wanted wizards in the country? Do any of them have a scar on their jaw?
That's a good call. Actually, well, yeah.
That's a good point. No. Not in the post office.
Well then, we have these descriptions.
We can go back to the office.
Any other defining features that you can imagine?
I don't remember. People like to send out things anonymously. I try not to remember what they look like.
Seems
Well.
rather irresponsible, don't you think?
No? Now, if you excuse me, I need to get back to work.
Well, if you think of anything else, we're over at the department, and you do work at a post office. And I turn around and leave.
Okay.
Well then.
Yeah.
Thank you. And I walk.
Okay. Cool. You walk out.
I think we should head back to the office and check our files, see what we might find.
They may have someone able to trace the letter.
It's true. Yeah, the magic CSI.
The Magic CSI.
Magic CSI, yeah.
Indeed.
Dean?
Yeah.
You down with that, Dean?
Sure, whatever.
That sounds good. Alright, you go back to the office. I'd like any of you to make an investigation check.
Alright.
Investigation plus intelligence to find out anything you can about a square-jawed man with a big scar.
2 successes for me.
2 successes. Very nice.
Nothing. Very close, but nothing.
Nothing from Dean.
2 successes from you, Eric. You managed to find a minor offender by the name of Markov Hain, who exactly meets the description.
Is there any known whereabouts? Last known whereabouts?
There is an address. He's living in a shoddy Muggle apartment in the city, actually.
I relay that information to my partners.
His minor offenses include mostly like getting into duels in bars and that sort of thing.
Okay.
Nothing too serious.
Oh, you'd think I'd know him then.
You'd think you would, but you failed your streetwise check, so...
Whoa,
Maybe you're too
whoa.
drunk to remember him.
That wasn't my fault.
That's true. Yeah, you drunkenly got in a
Oh,
duel.
yeah,
with him.
we'll go with that.
There you go.
That's true.
Okay. I say we all head over to his apartment.
Luckily, in a wizarding society, you don't need a search warrant. Because
How
wizarding
convenient.
society, as you know, is ridiculous.
Right.
Well-
What floor does he live on?
What floor is it on? The 4th floor.
Fourth floor?
Yeah.
Are
Of this
there-
rundown, like, shitty apartment building.
Are there terraces and things like you can jump to and from?
No.
It's all flat.
It's just like a normal apartment building. You have
Yeah.
to take the elevator
You
down.
have to take the
Fire
elevator up
escape
and
or-
down. There is a fire escape. That's true. There would be a fire
Okay.
escape. But it's... Yeah, there's a fire escape.
Okay. Maybe we should leave one of us. Maybe 2 of us might go in to question him, and the 3rd stay outside just in case we need some backup. Or
I can
someone to
stay
cut off.
outside. I can stay relatively undetected.
I think that's a safe bet.
Okay, so
And,
that's what you guys are going to do?
We can do a good cop, bad cop. I'm obviously the good cop.
Dean's the bad cop.
Dean is the drunk
You
cop.
think?
Dean is the drunk cop. Alright, well then, I knock on his door.
Okay, so you guys are going to go...
Yeah, we go there.
Okay, his apartment building is several stories high. It's very, very old. It also smells like cat pee. And there are muggles walking in and out who, kind of stare at you. Muggles always stare at you guys, because you're all, except for Charlie, you're all dressed a bit eccentrically.
Just very gentlemanly.
I
am a little out of place.
You're a little out of place, especially in New York.
Yeah, in New York. I'm out of place.
I mean, if you had your snake out.
No, I wouldn't take my snake out in front of these guys.
Not
Right.
No.
Well, maybe Central Park.
No, you just take it.
Do you two, are you wizard born? Are you pureblood, or are you half-blood, or what? Dean.
I'm pureblood.
You're
It's
pureblood?
It's pure Irish wizard gangster.
Ah, so you're like right from an Irish line of wizards.
Yeah.
That's cool.
No, I'm not as dirty as you guys have been making me out to be.
No, you're just an asshole.
I'm just. Whoa.
He was just raised in a rough environment.
This is some New York hospitality, alright?
Alright.
I've been treating you like a prince.
What kind of prince?
Surprise.
Alright, so we go to his apartment, and there are muggles staring at us. And
Yes. Yes, he lives in room 3B. And you're gonna go off, Charlie, and just...
Yeah, I'm gonna wait outside, keep an eye on things.
Okay, fine.
just in case anyone else shows up, or yeah. Alright,
Let's head on
Try
up.
to remain hidden, incognito.
Sure.
I'm gonna
Okay.
change to our investigation playlist.
That sounds good. Do that.
What, no shameless plug? Okay, cool.
You guys head up to his apartment, and you get there.
I bang on the door loudly. Wait, what was the dude's name again?
Markov Hain.
Markov Hain.
Yeah, bang on the door. So,
No response.
no response.
Mm-hmm.
I try knocking politely, and I say, "Excuse me, is there a Markov Hain in residence?"
No response.
I look at Dean and I check the hall to see if there are any muggles walking in the hall.
There are not.
I pull out my wand and Accio the door open.
You mean you Alohomora the
Or
door?
sorry, Accio. I pull the door off. No,
What school did you graduate from?
He's
out.
got some protective enchantments on the door, so make an enchantment check.
An enchantment check?
Yeah.
So you get rid of those?
Yes.
Alright, so...
To Alohomora, open the door.
Is there like an assist functionality in the game that I can do that?
Yeah, you may also attempt and give him a success.
An enchantment? What is that? Enchantment plus
Enchantment.
intelligence? Or?
Enchantment plus potency.
I have 1, 2, 3 successes.
3 successes. You easily get the door open.
1. Oh, okay. Well, I had a success.
No, you Accio, the lock glows brightly.
Accio?
Sorry, you Alohomora.
I know, it's my
The
fault.
lock glows brightly, and the door swings open.
I stand with my wand at the ready.
Thank you for listening to Wizard Cops. Visit us at www.wizardcops.com for more about characters, places, and general information on the wizarding world of New York City.
To contact us, find us on Facebook or email us at nyad@wizardcops.com.
If you enjoyed this episode, please throw us some eagles, shillings, or bits on our website.
Money.
Thank you for your support. Tune in next week. Same wizard time, same wizard channel.
I'm casting my spell on you. I'm casting my spell on you.